Hi friends, thanks for being here today. It's Kelly and I'm going to show you how I used two cut files designed by Kim Watson for the Hip Kit Club October cut files and mashed them together to make a spider pumpkin. And I use that spider pumpkin to make my layout today. It's Cut File Tuesday and I'm on the Hip Kit Club blog with all the details. So join me here in the Silhouette Studio to learn how I put those two cut files together. Let's head over there. I've opened the floral pumpkin and the spider web into one session on my Silhouette Design Studio. And what I want to do is release the compound path on the pumpkin so that I can use just the outline of that pumpkin and to make a frame. I'm going to erase everything else you see there as I won't be using it. And I want to make an internal offset to make the frame that's going to wrap around the spider web. So use the offset feature to make an internal offset at 0.245. And that I thought was going to be similar to the lines in the spider web, just so it doesn't look super odd having a small frame around the other lines. Select them both together and make them a compound path. Now make a copy and place the copy over the spider web, and using the modify subtract feature, you're able to pull out just the part of the spider web that will fit into the copy of the pumpkin you left off the mat. So erase everything else and move your frame and the edited spider web back onto the mat. And this is where you're going to size the spider web to ensure that every arm on the spider web touches the frame. I'm going to make the frame green here just so it's easier to see, and so you can see there's just little spaces between the spider web and the frame, and we want them all to be touching so that when we weld it, it becomes one. So I'm just going to make it a little wider, maybe a little taller. You'll have to zoom in to see it, and then once you have it the right size, you'll select both together and modify weld. So this is looking good. There's just a little space there at the stem. Make it a little wider. They all seem to be touching the frame now. Just gonna fix the top here a wee bit. And it needs to be just a little bit taller, and that all looks good. I'm going to look after the leaf at the end because I just had it as a solid. So let's select both items together and modify weld. And now you have a Spidey pumpkin. Now I didn't want to fill in the leaf like that. I thought it looked a little odd. So I released the compound path on everything again and just erased that little cut file that sits inside the leaf next to the stem. So just point at it, hit your delete key, and select everything together again and make it a compound path, and you'll see the change in the leaf. It just became a solid item, and in my layout I filled over that spot with a lot of pretty things from the gorgeous October kits. And you can find all the details at the Hip Kit blog today, and thanks so much for being here. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. See you again soon. Bye bye.